Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. I'm going to continue my mission to try and get some ridiculous thousands and thousands of exponentially growing dice with some extra tech regarding locked dice and keys and that fun stuff. So very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the classic 97s going for early game, and then I will catch up with you. Alright, there is a pair of 97s. Of course, the largest prime, and there are many prime bonuses that we can get later on to help accelerate our general growth through the mid-game. Gonna buy some of this stuff just before we refresh our shop here. And then we'll see what else we want to do before we get into the mid-game. We need to refresh before we can upgrade our shop again. Right, so single-face multipliers are far less important to us than die quantity multipliers is what we want to be looking for. So we'll do a couple of cursory checks here. Die adder, I think we want. It's going to be expensive, but that's basically the thing that we need to get this whole thing going. Although if our highest face is an unmodified 97, even if we rolled perfectly, we're looking at 25 rolls just to get this. No, 50 rolls. Yeah, 50 rolls of 100. So maybe it's a little too soon for this if we don't have some rerollers and modifiers otherwise. So let's look for a few other things first. There's a die quantity multiplier. There's another die adder. There's another die quantity multiplier. Yeah, if you can imagine trying to buy the breeders that cost 5 grand at this point, it's going to be a little awkward. Die lock. We could lock this right hand side die while not very much is happening on it. It's not doing much for us in score at all right now. Like when this rolls, it's doing 40, and that's the highest this whole die can roll. So let's go ahead and lock that super prematurely. Then we'll take another die quantity multiplier for our left side die. And now I think I'm going to upgrade to the next tier of shop. So we have a new die face to put things on. We can now buy more die down here. And we have things like a 3x that we can put up on our 97. Man, that felt like a lot of rolls to get there. $20 times die quantity multiplier. Stick that over here. We'll skip the 2x, we'll look for something better. Adjacency reroller. I think that would actually roll our lock twice more, which would not be a bad thing right now, but we'll skip that for a minute. Of course, I've completely forgot to even think about buying these, because I always forget to think about buying those. 10 through 60, I think we can... it would get us a reasonable amount of value at this point, wouldn't it? It's just 7,000. Seems like so much right now. Alright. Hopefully that's going to earn us a bit more at this stage. I want to avoid incrementers because I don't want 99s to ever appear. now I think we can get a die adder for 6 grand. And let's stick that... Where are we going to put that? Here. Because we want 6 times rerollers on that die immediately, really. Die rebate face, I will take. I think that will be kind of pertinent to what we're doing later, if things go reasonably well. Right, these die are not the die that I'm looking for. There's another die adder. I'm going to grab a 4x for our other 97. Try and get that generating a bit more cash for us now. Then, where are we going to put this? If we put it here, we could get this die re-rolling in triplicate as soon as possible. But what that will prevent us from doing really is locking this die, because it's our only real scoring die at the moment. What we might be able to do is move off one of the 97s and then think about cloning that die. Alright, one more reroll here. Alright, let's upgrade again. See what we can do at this stage. Another die adder is good. Factor 18 multiplier is not what we want to see here. That's our lock unlocking, which is nice. Right, I'm going to put this here. Now we want to get that re-rolling in triplicate as soon as possible. Let's move off one of our 97s. Of course, the multiplier didn't follow it. Now, I still need more rerolls. Run rerolls aren't going to do it for us. And there's still one more shop upgrade to take. These are the rerollers we wanted to see. And put those on our triple die adding die. And we'll put the other one... where are we going to put that one? I might put it up here just for the earning potential. Because what we've got this is 20 times 7 at the moment. So 140 this is worth. I guess we'll stick it there. Add previous rolls to rerolls is going to be good once we get universal rerolls, really. There's another very cheap lock. And with that, I want to lock this and make lots of these guys. Is the big desire. So then we have multiple locks, multiple die with die breeders all on them. So I guess we're going to lock this. And then do as much as we can otherwise through the next 500 rolls to make that more efficient in a moment. $30 times die quantity multiplier is good. I'll stick that over here. Then we have another target for cloning something with another lock later. I'm trying to keep looking at these to find stuff that we want to buy for more die, but I think trying to get stuff going exponentially with die adder faces and lock and keys is going to be more beneficial to us. There's a 300 lock. And add half die quantity is going to be big if we ever do get up to the thousands of dies. What do we want to copy now? Let's copy this guy. There's 6 times rerollers again. Not really what we're looking for. No 99s reroll twice universally is exactly what we need. It's just incredibly expensive. Adds a die face with die quantity times 10, 10, 10, 10, 20 and die plus. Pick that up. But if that's how hard it is to get to 20 grand, imagine getting to 120 grand. We need some other way of getting a lot of cash sooner. And presented with this, we're not going to get it. What we're going to need is, like, even with single set of a kind, our sets are only ever going to be the possibility of rolling a pair of 97s or like 5s and 6s and 3s and 4s. So this is not ideal timing for this, unfortunately. As much as it will make our locks go faster, we'll spend so much time trying, so many rolls trying to get this, that the locks will then have no time to work out afterwards. Another die rebate. Shop refresh adder. Numbers less than 13 bonus I'll take. Because at some point our die adders are going to add lots of 1 through 6 die, I think. And square numbers for 100%. I don't think that's going to impact us too much right now, because we don't have 9 dice, and when we do have 9 dice, we're only very briefly going to have 9 dice. 30 times die quantity we will take. Stick that on this guy that's re-rolling down here. Numbers less than 13, 500% numerical bonus. Just realised the value of the void die coming in with 5 voids and then 1 number, and if we bought this we can make the number be whatever we want it to be. But again, 283,000 is just too much for us right now. I'm not getting the exponential middle game at the right time, or I'm not funding myself well enough for that period of the game. There's another 300 lock. Let's make a copy of this. Alright, let's get to our final tier of shop upgrade. There's no 99s reroll twice again, but still, for 200,000, we might just make it, but we're not going to make it in great time. So now our dice are going to reroll a bit more efficiently, as will just about everything else. Add die breeder. We certainly would like that. How's our cost growth going though? A little faster. But only 500 rolls left is the shame. There's a key for 1 million, but we don't have many locks going now. We could buy a lock though for 500. And I guess we copy this guy again. Or this guy. I guess we have to copy that. Then we need the key. Although for 1 million we're not going to get to the key very quickly at all. Is it even still locked? It is. How many rolls left on that? 103 more. We're with 400 rolls left. I guess we take the key. And if we put it here, we can lock either of these guys again. Triples bonus might be more worthwhile now that we have so many numbers 1 through 13 to appear in triplicate. Although 200% of 6 is only an extra 12, isn't it? But I guess when you do that over 30 or 40 dice, that's when it really becomes more impactful. Add a copy of a die. That would be really good, if not really expensive. 2 million. Right, so it's doing something. What do we want a copy of? Probably this guy, right? Yahtzee bonuses for 1000%. Not bad when you kind of consider how many die. If we go to what we just scored, can we count 5 3s? Well, yes we can. Can we count 5 1s? Yes we can. So all of those would be in Yahtzees. But for 2.3 million, then we can get 5 more die for another 1.5 million. And then after that we can get 10 more die for another 3.5 mil. But that's pretty much the extent of where this run's going to go with 168 rolls left. Doubles bonus for another 100% on all the things that we roll 2 of. 40 die quantity multiplier, we certainly want. We'd want it somewhere on something that we'd be happy cloning. Not that we're going to have any more locks for a moment, I think. We also never received the die, 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 or dice, dice, dice passive, which adds a dice every time you get a dice, which will obviously give us twice as much growth of itself. Die breeder, another 7 million. puts in another one of those. Lottery bonus is not today. I don't think even with our rerolls we're going to manage to grow another copy of this, but we'll try. I should have thought about where our key is, shouldn't I? Oh, it is next to it. Yes, it is. That's fine. So we don't need this. Add half die quantity. All numeric faces have half the quantity of dice added to their roll result. So currently for us, that's like a lot of dice. Evidently. Let's copy this guy next to the key as well. And see if we can get to half die quantity 6.8 million. We certainly can. Lottery stuff not today, please and thank you. Places a die face of your choice with a die booster adder. Every 150 times this face is rolled, it adds a new dice with die quantity 10, die quantity 20, die plus adder. So that would have been one of the ones that would help us get exponential, but now we don't really have the rolls to facilitate it, unfortunately. But this run does give me a little bit of hope for making this go a little bit more wild if I can just work on the mid-game a bit. Die, breeder, adder. These are the things that you need. So every time the face gets rolled 200 times, it adds a dice that adds more dice. So getting that early really is the kind of stuff that we want. But again, with 64 rolls left, we're earning a lot. Reroll bonus, certainly going to do good work for us. Reroll primes 3 times. 2, 5, 97. I think we can skip over that. No 99s, 200% bonus. No weights, triple reroll. I think we only have double reroll at the moment, don't we? Yeah. But 235 million. Probably... No, not even outside of our grasp yet. There's another die booster adder. So obviously I should have stopped shopping long ago if I really intended to get onto any kind of leaderboard, but we know this run is more about seeing how many die we can produce than anything else. 50 times previous roll. It's gonna, well, 50 times number of dice, excuse me, is going to be really good. Add previous roll to rolls. $10 more dice. 452 million. We got it. And I think that's basically going to be all she wrote. There's dice, 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 look. Whenever a die is added for any reason, add an additional standard die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, this is just about the worst time to get it, because I don't even think we could afford it if we wanted to. Also, there's Passive Hunter, so if we could get those guys early, who knows what we could achieve. But right now, let's do a quick count. Across the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 by 12 is going to be 10 times 12 is 120, 3 times 12 is 36, that's 156, plus the extra 7 is 163. I think my maths could be way off on that, but that's what we got, plus possibly one more on our last click. Nope. So, a good chunk of dice, a good conceptualization of what I want to occur on a bigger, grander scale. But hopefully we can get that going soon. Unfortunately, I don't have time at the moment to go again immediately, but hopefully in the coming days we can really see this strategy balloon into something that may possibly even break my computer, and hopefully not in a way that crashes the video recording as I'm doing it and corrupts the file, because that would be a waste of everyone's time. But until then, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.